Guys, if this is your first time to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Emily and today I am introducing to you guys a brand new series on my channel. Let's go ahead and give a warm welcome to my new series called Pay or Stay Away. This series was essentially started by Samantha March. Now, she started the Will I Buy It series on her channel, and she kind of took it from an anti-haul, and instead of just doing the products that she didn't want to buy and focusing more on the negative stuff, she wanted to take a brief overview of the products that were released this week and basically just let people know if she's going to be buying it or if she's not. And it's kind of like an anti-haul. You still get the products that you don't want to purchase and you get to hear why the person doesn't want to purchase them, but you get to hear about good products too, products that people are interested in and if they're purchasing them or not. And these are my absolute favorite makeup videos to watch on YouTube right now. I have watched like almost all of Samantha's and I think she has like 100 of them. A lot of more people are starting to join in on this train. Angelica Nyqvist does it, Livloveshermakeup does it, and I'm just really excited to be bringing this to you guys because I absolutely adore these types of videos and they're very helpful for me because if there's a product that I wanted and someone kind of points out maybe a flaw about it that I didn't notice, then I'm saving money. So I'm down for saving money. So the first product that I'm either going to pay or stay away from is the Melt Cosmetics Baby Girl Stack. Now, I'm going to go ahead and wait here for a moment and let you guess whether or not I'm going to be buying this based on the photograph right here. You have your answer? Yeah, I'm going to be buying this. This releases on March 23rd at noon for $58, and it has these hot corally orangey colors that I am just so attracted to, so I am absolutely going to be buying this guy. Now, I will say that when they released the first two promo photos, they released, I believe it was So Dope, which is the hot coral, and Come Over, which is the hot red-orange matte shade. I was really excited, but once they actually released the whole stack, I thought it kind of looked a little bit too like monochromatic for me, if you will. It kind of almost looks like the Naked Heat palette, which has me a little bit concerned. But I really want those two shades. Individually, Melt Cosmetics single eyeshadows, I believe they're $17 each, which is so freaking expensive. I bought two of them before and could have actually just bought a stack. So it's not worth it to just get two shadows. It is worth it to pay the extra $10 to get the whole entire stack and get 5 shadows. This is going to be retailing for $58 and I definitely plan on buying this guy. Other than the So Dope color and the Come Over color, they have Baby Girl, which is a yellow gold pink duochrome, and More Than a Lover, which is a foiled terracotta, as well as Dust Yourself Off, which is a burnt umber. I also heard that this was inspired by Aaliyah, the singer, which that's pretty cool. I can totally get down with inspiration from music. I think it's interesting when brands actually come out with a themed product that makes sense, that isn't just unicorns and mermaids. So I applaud them for taking a pop culture icon like Aaliyah and using her for inspo for the palette. That's pretty cool. And you bet I am going to be doing a review on this channel as soon as I get those bad boys in the mail. I'm very excited to put them on the eyeballs. So speaking of mermaid themed palettes and things that are stuck in 2016, here we have the Tarte Make Like a Mermaid and Make Waves palette. Okay, before I get into this, I do want to say that the packaging is just so absolutely stunning. And when I saw the packaging, I thought, okay, maybe I like this. You know, I can get down for some cute packaging sometimes. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge packaging person. I don't really care if the packaging looks like rat poop or gold from the gods. If the product is shit inside, I don't care what the outside looks like. And I don't want to say that the product is bad because I haven't tried it. I have tried Tarte shadows before and they're okay. They're not amazing. They're not bad by any means, but the color scheme is what really upset me. I don't really care about the nice packaging. It's really beautiful, but that doesn't matter to me if it's mostly neutrals inside with a few pops of blue. And I'm sure that those blues aren't even very vibrant in color because if you actually look at the swatches and the actual palette itself, it looks very muted. It looks like gray blues and then some light tan colors and some champagnes, neutrals. So I'm just so over the neutral train. Like, can we do something new here? And the concept, the mermaid concept with the mermaid brushes, I'm sure you've watched videos before like this where people have talked about this already and have said that they look like they've been bought off of Wish or eBay. And it's been said for a good reason. It truly really does look like something that I'd find on Wish, and I would know because I shop on Wish all the time. Your girl likes getting a good discount, but not when you're paying that much money for, you know, in a luxury like Sephora brand. I mean, I don't want brushes that look like a fishtail. I want brushes that look like high-end and sleek and gorgeous and expensive and bougie. I mean, there's nothing bougie about a fishtail. And you can't tell me otherwise. You're not going to change my mind. I do not think there's anything bougie about a fishtail. And this palette is $42. It is limited edition, and I think I can save my $42 because this really didn't pique my interest even in the slightest. If it piqued yours, awesome. But for me personally, I'm so over this. Let's move into the future, people. Let's stop going to the past. Let's move to the future. The next item that I will either pay or stay away from is the Morphe and Bretman Rock collab. This palette is going to be $29. There is 6 highlighters and 1 fan brush. It comes in a little set. Now, this looks really pretty. I like the rose gold shade. I like some of the lighter shades. For me right now, and with what I'm doing with my makeup style and with my collection size, I don't need anything like this. I think that it's really cool that it comes with a fan brush. I think that's nice. I kind of like when things come with an extra brush or like an extra little add-on. I mean, it's $29, so I'm pretty sure they jacked the price up a little bit, but it's not crazy expensive. It's still pretty reasonable. Packaging's pretty. The promo photos for it were just absolutely gorgeous. And Bretman looked amazing. Now, I will say that I don't follow him, but I used to. It was really funny. I liked his humor, and I thought his videos were hilarious. I don't know, I just kind of got tired of seeing the same stuff. And I'm not into really big beauty gurus, so I kind of did a purge of them last year. Even the ones that I was okay with, I just don't want to see it. So I unfollowed him, but that doesn't mean I don't like him. I definitely think that he's hilarious, and he has amazing, absolutely stunning makeup. But for me, I'm just not going to buy this. It's just not anything I need. And I'm over highlighting palettes because the bottom 3 shades I'm not even going to touch, and that's a waste of my money. I would rather that they would have come out with a light kit, maybe a medium kit, and then a deep or deep dark kit, maybe having like the really light tones in maybe a duo with a brush, the more medium tones in another duo with the brush, and then the deeper tones in a duo with a brush. I mean, to me, that makes sense. And this way you're getting your money's worth. You're going to get stuff that you're actually going to use, and you're not going to have wasted product just chilling in your drawer. So I'm not going to be buying this, but let me know. Are you interested in getting this guy? Are you a fan of Bretman? My next item on this list is the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine Glosses. They're going to retail for $20. They are releasing a metallic, a cream, a sheer, and a holographic formula. I really want to know why brands keep naming stuff holographic when it's not. I mean, holographic means that when you're looking at it, you can see every color in the spectrum of the rainbow in one like glance at the product, at whatever you're looking at, like a CD. Iridescent, pink that turns to blue, blue that turns to purple, whatever you have it, that is not holographic. That is only 2 colors, or maybe 3 at the max. That's not holographic. So upon looking at the swatches, I was a little bit interested at first because I did like the way that the packaging looked. It kind of drew me in. Now, like I said earlier, packaging really doesn't mean much to me, but it can draw me in at first. And if I find out that the product is bad, then I'm immediately out. That's kind of what happened here. I'm just not really a huge fan of the color scheme. There's a gold, there's some brighter colors, and I think that's awesome for someone else. But personally for me, I like to stay very kind of neutral, calm with my lips, and then I go kind of wild on the eyes. But for me, my favorite type of gloss is a like semi-sheer cream, like light pinky gloss. I have this one from Dior, and it is the best gloss in the whole world. It has absolutely 0 sparkle in it. It is not metallic. It is just a wet shine on the lips. That's what I personally am going for when I'm looking for a gloss, and I really didn't see anything even similar to that in this collection, so I can safely say that I'm going to be passing this guy up. Just remember the Urban Decay glosses that came out in like 2008 or 2007. that smelled like creme brulee, and they had like a half-naked man on the tube. What was that? What kind of marketing is that? Buy this gloss, there's this man on this tube. Urban Decay. Come on. This is not Tinder. My next item on this list that I'm either going to be paying or staying away from is the Colourpop Spring Collection. Now they're actually releasing kind of a decent amount of products here. They're releasing, I believe it's 3 blush palettes for $16 each, a bunch of the single shock shadows, which are usually about $5, a couple lippy sticks, I believe, which are going to be retailing for, usually I think they're $6, but I think that they just bumped the price up to $6.50. You know, brands like to do that. They like to sneak in 20 cents here, 50 cents here, and think it's no big deal. But that shit adds up when you have a cart full of Colourpop, and that is very easy to do because it's so inexpensive. That's kind of the downside of Colourpop, if you will, is that everything's so cheap and it's so inviting that when you're on the website, you can't just leave with like 2 shadows that you came for. You leave with like lippy sticks and an eyebrow pencil and all sorts of crap that you did not even want in the first place. And they are releasing some sets, looks like 6 lippy stick set, a set of 6 Super Shock shadows all together, and it looks like this set is already out. There's only one thing in this collection that actually interests me, and that is the blush and highlighter duo in Just Do It, which is retailing for $16. Zip, which is the blush side, is a burnt coral satin blush, which is right up my alley, and Zoom, which is the highlighter side, is a pearlized peach highlight with gold sheen. Now, I think that this is just so beautiful. This is right up my alley. This is what I dream of Colourpop making. So I do want it and I want to buy it. It's only $16, but then you factor in the $5 shipping and then it becomes $21. So that bumps up the price a decent amount if you ask me. Like I've said in one of my previous videos, I am trying to stay away from highlighters and blushes right now because I want to use what is in my collection. I have a pretty big collection and I want to get some use out of it because I haven't been, because I've been buying so much crap. Every week I buy something new that I see Trend Mood post. So I'm gonna go ahead and sadly skip over this guy right now. But I don't know, maybe if it's still available in a couple weeks or something, and if I don't really find anything else that I like, then maybe I'll consider it. I don't know, I should not be making excuses for why I should buy something. So let's just say for right now I'm gonna pass, but I do want it. And the name Just Do It, I love because of Shia LaBeouf.
Do it! Just do it! So just do it! Just do it! Do it! Just do it! Just do it!
So the next item on my pay or stay away list here is the KL Polish Spring Collection. Each one of these is going to be retailing for $8.50 and they're dropping on March 22nd. I think her prices are really good. She is not even at OPI prices, but she's not necessarily at like Sinful Colors drugstore, but she has an amazing formula for her price. I own a decent amount of her polishes and these ones, they intrigued me. We have Celine, which is a muted yellow with silver micro glitter. We have Gum Would Be Perfection, which is a bubblegum pink. We have Charmed, which is a magenta with a blue flip. Pinky, a sheer peachy pink. Dream Boy, a pastel lilac. And Miss Kensington, which is a mint with a little bit of aqua. I mean, all of these scream spring. She did an amazing job this year in the spring collection. I love honestly all of them, but there's 2 that stick out to me, and that is Gum Would Be Perfection, which is the bubblegum pink one, and Charmed, which is the magenta with the blue flip. I don't even think I need to really explain why I want Charmed. I mean, look at it. It's such a gorgeous magenta color with that blue duochrome. I haven't really seen nail polishes like that in general. So this one really piques my interest and I really do want it. Other one that piqued my interest is the Gum Would Be Perfection, the bubblegum pink. This is so beautiful in the campaign photo. I don't really know what this would look like in real life, to be honest, but in the campaign photo, she looks freaking stunning. And with the nails, they just look so elegant and put together, and it looks so like effortless. I really want these. I'm probably gonna get both, but If I had to choose one, I would go with Charmed, just because I feel like that's a very unique color and I feel like you can't really find that anywhere. I'm sure I could go down to Walgreens and find a bubblegum pink color, so maybe I'll go ahead and do that and pick up just the $2.99 nail polish at Walgreens and go ahead and save the $8.50 to get the Charmed one. I think that's what's going to be happening soon. So the next item on my list here is the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Halo Highlight. These are releasing today at 11 a.m. CST, and they are going to be $17.50. Now look at this highlight. I'll take a moment to admire how absolutely gorgeous it is, but I'm not going to be purchasing it, and I'll tell you why. This guy is a really good price, $17.50. The pan looks huge. It looks reflective and beautiful without being sparkly or metallic. It looks just like a wet sheen on the skin. I haven't seen it actually on anyone's cheekbones yet. I've only seen it on finger swatches, and so that makes me a little bit hesitant right there. I like to kind of get a little bit more of an overview of what the product is actually going to look like when I actually get it, because I've had so many instances where I get a product in the mail and it looks so different on me than it did in the promo photos. So when I don't see people swatch it out on the cheekbones, or at least on someone's inner corner or somewhere on the face, it makes me a little bit hesitant, but it won't make me not buy something. The reason why I'm not going to buy this is because that is too icy for my skin tone, and it has kind of a blue looking shift to it. To me, it looks like a white kind of iridescent gold shade with a bit of a blue shift. And it's so beautiful, but I know on my skin with my super warm yellowy undertone, I just don't really think that's going to be suitable for my skin tone. The reason why I want this even in the first place is to use it as a pop-in inner corner highlight and a brow bone highlight. But there is no reason why I need to spend $17.50 for that small of a touch in my makeup steps. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass over it right now, but I have my eyeballs on this brand. They have a bunch of highlights and most of them are sold out. But some of them are really calling to me. They have some light champagne-y peachy colors, some really beautiful shades. If you haven't taken a look at Give Me Glow Cosmetics, I definitely suggest going over to their site and taking a look at what they have to offer, because I am interested. And when they restock some of those peachy shades, I'm probably gonna go ahead and pick some of those up. So the last item on my pay or stay away list is the new KKW Concealer Kits. So it looks like she released a couple different products for concealing. It looks like there's going to be 16 concealers in a pretty vast amount of shades. Those are going to be $18 each. She's releasing 4 brightening powders in 4 different shades, $18 each as well. 2 different types of brushes, $18 each. And then she's actually also coming out with 4 different concealer kits. And those are going to be $80 each. Those will come with 1 concealer, 1 baking powder, 1 brightening powder, and 2 dual-ended brushes. Whew, that was a lot. Those are going to be available on March 23rd. Now, I have touched on me not wanting to purchase from Kylie or Kim or anyone in that family, but let's just go ahead and put that aside for this. Let's go ahead and just shove it to the back real quick and let's just talk about the actual product itself. This does not call out to me even in the slightest. I don't need a whole kit to do my concealer. Most of us already have a Holy Grail concealer, a Holy Grail powder, and just some sort of brush that will work to brush off some bake. I don't think that you need to spend $80 on a set to basically conceal and bake your skin. You could buy the 2 separate items and have something that would work for concealing and baking and not have to spend $80. I think that's so incredibly expensive. Okay guys, so I am back a day later. If my hair looks different and the makeup looks different, that is why. I completely cut out half of the Kim Kardashian West part of this video, and I felt like it was important to finish this section up because it was something that I felt very strongly about. So I am back a day later and I'm just going to continue the video. So I hope that doesn't bug you too much, but I'm going to go ahead and get right back on into it. I was talking about how the concealer kits are just pretty overpriced. I don't think that you need to spend $80 to get everything you need to conceal. I mean, you can get a pretty inexpensive brush, you can get pretty inexpensive setting powder that works well, and inexpensive concealers. Now, I don't think that $80 is a reasonable price even in the slightest. I know it does come with the 2 brushes. One of them looks nice, the double-ended smaller brush. I feel like I would like that brush personally for some nose contour or maybe some actual contour, but I don't think that it's worth you know, buying a whole set, and I think that they're retailing for $18 each, which is pretty expensive for a brush when I can just go down to, you know, the store and get an e.l.f. brush pretty cheap, and those are decent quality, or a Morphe brush, or just a cheaper brush. You know, I don't necessarily think that they're going to be the most revolutionary brush. And another thing is that no one really knows what these concealers are going to be like. Now, they are retailing for $18, which I don't feel is a horrible price considering that Tarte Shape Tape is $27 or whatever. They jacked the prices up on that guy for no reason, but it's pretty damn expensive. But let me tell you, it is the best concealer I've ever used. But knowing the history of Kim Kardashian West's brand, I know that they are owned by Spatz Labs, just like Kylie Cosmetics and just like Colourpop. Now, when Kylie's concealers came out, everyone said that they were pretty good, a little bit more hydrating than Colourpop, but they were very, very similar. So I think it was probably the same formula. Now, I do not know this for a fact, but this is just my speculation, my conspiracy, allegedly, but I definitely think that it was probably the same formula with a couple things added and maybe a couple things tweaked to just make it a little bit different, maybe a little bit more hydrating. It seemed like a good concealer, but I think it was like $21 or so, and I think people liked it, but the majority of the reviews I saw said go for Colourpop. And Colourpop's concealers are, I think they're $5.50, and I have one of them. I'm actually wearing one of them today on my nose. I have the Fair Light one, and it's pretty darn good. It's better than a lot of drugstore concealers, and I think it's pretty comparable to Shape Tape, although Shape Tape is king for me, even though Tarte is questionable, which I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But for Kim, we just don't know what the formula is going to be, and based on previous history with the brand and with the company Spatz Labs itself, it seems like, at least with Kylie's brand and kind of with Kim's brand too, a lot of the stuff is just kind of tweaked Colourpop formulas. Now, like I said, I don't know that for a fact, but that is just my opinion. And I just think that it is kind of a risk going into buying this certain concealer launch. Now, I think if you want to try out one product, I think it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, everything retails about $18 each individually, so if you want to try it, go ahead and go for it, but the $80 kit is just, it's just ridiculous. And I don't know if you guys know this, but last night on Twitter, it was actually trending on the Twitter, you know, homepage that her shade range is atrocious. And Kylie came out with 30 shades that was pretty inclusive. Colourpop had a little bit more questionable of shades, but it wasn't as bad as what it seems that Kim's collection is going to be. Now, I have a problem with this, and I'm sure everyone has a problem with this, because Kim is married to a black man. She has 2 African American children, mixed babies. Kanye West himself has a very deep skin tone. I feel like you should not go anywhere near a makeup factory or even be considering making makeup if you're not going to even factor in your own husband's skin color. I mean, maybe I'm alone in thinking that, but I think that it's absolutely ridiculous that she puts out all these light colors and these eggshell and off-white and ivory colors, and then for the deep skin tones you get orange and yellow and like a dark caramel color, and that's it. I mean, you have to be inclusive. You have to. Rihanna opened up everyone's eyeballs to it, but it had been a thing for a long time that brands were not being inclusive, and someone as big as Kim Kardashian should know better to be inclusive. She should know better, because her husband couldn't even wear these concealers. For that reason, I have a problem with the shade range, and I'm just not going to buy this, and I'm probably not really ever going to buy a Kim product. So unless she really comes out with something that's extraordinary and amazing and really just piques my interest, I have no desire, even in the slightest bit, to give her my money. So that's what I have to say about that. Just a little bonus one that I want to throw in here on my pay or stay away list is the Tarte Shape Tape and the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. Now, I kind of have a bone to pick with Tarte right now, and I know a lot of people have had a bone to pick with Tarte, but last night, Trend Mood had finally released what the sale is going to be involving the Tarte Shape Tape products range. She had posted a long time ago, a couple weeks ago, that the Tarte Shape Tape was going to be $15, and I think that the foundation was going to be a little bit discounted as well. And personally for me, I was very excited to find out that the Shape Tape was going to be $15 because it's $27. I think when they first released it, it was $24, and then they bumped the price, which is dumb. But I'm almost out of mine. I need to restock soon, and I was very excited to see that it was going on sale. So last night at like 10 p.m., the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale dropped last night at 12 a.m. CST, I believe. And right before the sale dropped, she finally clarified what Tarte was going to be doing as far as the Shape Tape foundation and concealer goes for the sale. You have to buy the Shape Tape foundation in order to get the Shape Tape for $15. Why couldn't they have just come out with that point blank and told us when they started releasing, oh, it's going to be $15, oh, the foundation's going to be discounted? Okay, well, we all thought that we were going to be able to get the concealer and the foundation separately. Why didn't you just be forthcoming and just come out and say what the hell the sale was going to be? Because I was really excited for that, and I'm not buying that foundation. For one thing, I don't wear foundation. Another thing, they have had all sorts of controversies with that foundation, and the shade range is absolutely atrocious, just like in the Kim Kardashian scenario. What is this? And why didn't they just say that from the start? Why did they wait until 2 hours before the sale to finally let Trendmood know, to let everyone else know? That was strategically planned, if you ask me. Might be a conspiracy, but I definitely believe that they did that on purpose because they know that no one wants that freaking foundation, because they really screwed up with that one. They really screwed up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, literally go to YouTube and type in Tarte Shape Tape Foundation, and you will see all sorts of videos on how they screwed up and what they did. So I really, really, really am disappointed with them for trying to basically con people in and reel people in with, oh, $15 Shape Tape, but you have to buy the foundation. Foundation that no one wants because they were absolutely horrible to people with darker skin tones as far as being inclusive. So I'm not here for that, even in the slightest. I think that's so freaking dumb, and I'm sorry to end this video on a negative note, but I found that out last night, and it really kind of just, made me upset, because I'm not here for that, and I know no one else is here for that too. So with that, guys, that is going to be wrapping up this week's Pay or Stay Away video. I do hope that you enjoyed this series, and I plan on bringing lots more of these videos, probably once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, but at the rate that brands are releasing things, literally left, right, up and down, every direction possible, brands are dropping stuff, and Trendmood is reporting to all of us about it. So I think that I'm going to have a lot of items to be able to go over with you guys every single week. If you are interested in watching these types of videos, go ahead and subscribe down below. We got all sorts of makeup goodness happening right here on this channel. I hope you're having an absolutely awesome day wherever you are, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!